Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, it was quite some time ago. I think it's going back to September of 2025. I did a video on this locomotive. This is the Hornby Railroad Class 20 X Lima. Now, I'm not going to go through exactly everything in that other video, but essentially this locomotive from the beginning I had issues with it, and after I'd say it was about 5 or 6 years, the locomotive just stopped on the track. Now I'll try and put a link to that video that I went through all the issues with this locomotive, but essentially, without reiterating it again, either the motor was faulty or the decoder was faulty, and it was sound decoder, or both were faulty. Completely stopped. Looked like the chip had fried. So I got the locomotive moving again, removing the sound and the DCC decoder. But even now, running on analog, she's not running normally. She's kind of speeding up and slowing down, and it's at certain speeds as well. Going to show you that in a minute. Now, some of you guys out there just suggested me just get rid of it. It's a bogey, and I think I might have been the only person that this has happened to. But Dan's Model Railway, or Trash the Track, he actually did a fix on a locomotive for somebody, but it was with the issue was with a bogey. It wasn't with the motor. I cannot see anywhere online where somebody has had the same issue as I have. I want to replace the motor, and I can use either the Hornby motor that's in it now, replacement, or I can use one of the Lima motors, exactly the same. It's a Canon motor. Okay, that's all straightforward, but it isn't, because I'm going to show you now in a minute. I'm going to take the body off. The motor is actually glued into the chassis, so that's where my issue is going to be with this fix, and going to see how I get on. So this could be a two-parter, because I want to get the motor out first before I go ahead and order a motor. I want to get this old faulty motor out before I order a new motor, because if I can't get it out, there's no point. May as well just take this locomotive for a scrap and spare parts, and it's 120 euros just down the drain, or I'm going to just buy another locomotive. But I've got to get this motor out. So let me just show you. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod, show you the running characteristics, and hopefully you'll see it. Might put a coach on the end of it so you'll see what it's doing. You'll see the coach maybe shifting backwards and forwards, because this is not running smoothly at all. There's an issue in this motor. I want that motor out, and I want a replacement motor in. I just don't want to be beat. So, because I do like the locomotive, I love the Class 20, and down the road I will pick up maybe a Bachmann or a Lima and have a couple of Class 20s on the layout. Right, let's show you the running characteristics as we are of today. Now here we have, it's the Gauge Master Combi. Very nice controller, very good controller, runs the locomotives at a very smooth speed, so it's not a controller issue. And let's get some power into this locomotive, and I'm going to show you here now. Okay, she's on her way. Don't know if you can tell, but she's kind of shifting left and right. I'm just going to power her up a little bit more. Okay, zoom in here. Now, I don't know if you heard that. There you go. She's speeding up, she's slowing down. Yeah, she sped up there. Now she slowed right down there. So you can see the issue. All is not right. So let's get this locomotive open, and I'll show you where the motor is glued in. So here we have the body off. It's actually not too hard to get the body off. the 4 buffers come out. You can see them there. There's another one there. Out of the ends, and then see these little holes in the side of the fuel tanks. Just prise them apart where those look from those lugs there, and the body comes off. Now here's our motor. You can see there's a blanking plug in there, but really it's not running right. Now I did feel at times that this motor was getting hot, so possibly spike in the motor fried the chip, or maybe the chip, there was something wrong and it's done something to the motor. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. I am going to strip this locomotive and get a new motor in it. Okay, can you see there? That's glued in there. I don't know how far down the glue goes. Let me just feel here. I think that feels like metal there. Yeah, I think this block here is made of, this chassis frame is actually made of metal. Let me just check that now. 1 second now. Yes, I think it's made of metal. So that might just help me a little bit. Now, I did a bit of research. What kind of glue did Hornby use when fitting the motor into these Class 20s? Now, as far as I can find out, it was kind of a rubbery glue. There were other glues they used. I can't even pronounce the name of them. I think one was some kind of aerospace glue, but permanent glues. So that didn't sound very good. Didn't sound good at all. So I'm going to have to take a couple of pictures of this locomotive as it is for the wiring. Remove this. I'm going to remove the drive shaft, and then what I'm going to use is I'm going to try IPA, because I've got tons of it, and just wet all the surfaces of the glue that I can see, and then with a very sharp knife start removing that material, and hopefully the motor will come out. That's the plan, and hopefully we'll be okay. Just looking here now, so we've got the drive shaft there going into the coupling, I suppose, that little brass coupling there. Once I can get the drive shaft, that'll come out easy. At this end, don't think there's any clips. I think it's all hot glued in there. So when I get a new motor, I'll fix it in. I might use some Gorilla Glue or something like that. I'll have to see. Shame that they use glue. I don't know why they use glue. I don't have a Lima version. Maybe Lima, that was the only option open, is actually gluing it in. Did Lima use glue? I don't know. If anybody knows out there the reason why they glued these in, let me know. If there's anybody out there that's had this problem with this motor, let me know, but I cannot find anybody else who has had this problem. Right, let me crack on. I must be brave and go for this. I really have no option because she's not running properly, and there's no point in having a locomotive in your fleet that just isn't running correctly. So I'm going to take a couple of photographs here and we'll see how we get on. Okie dokie. Now I just want to show you this. So to remove the motor, okay, obviously you've got a drive shaft coming out into the gearbox here. Now you're not going to be able to take this motor out without getting this drive shaft removed first. There's not enough play. So actually to do that, this little cap here comes off the top of the gearbox. It actually just clips on very easy, and remove the gear that sits in the top of that. It has this little cup on the end where the drive shaft goes in. Take those away, and now it will release the drive shaft, and that will come out. Sorry, I'm going to keep this in focus. That will come out. So I'm going to put those all safely to one side with the rest of the items, and now we have the motor should be free to come out. Now that's what's left of the glue. So the glue had actually dried and hardened in this, and now if I just turn it on its side there and just wiggle it, you'll see that, sorry, there, See, the motor is now free to be removed. So at this end, you see there's a brass cup. Sorry, just want to get this in focus. Brass cup there, and at the other end, the gear comes out the other side. If I zoom in here, there, you see where the shaft is coming out the other side. So I'm going to gently try and take this out. There's a post there and there's a post here, so I have to very gently slide this out. I don't know how free it is to take it out, but I'm going to give it a go. And once I get the motor free, well, I'm kind of halfway there. I just have to take careful note of where the black and the red wires are going, and hopefully that'll be the first part of it. Okay, so I'm going to take a few more pictures and see how we get on. Okay, we are free. So you can see the motor is now out of the its placement there. There she is there. Okay, she's out. Now what I found that was helpful was unscrew the harness here for the blanking plug. It gives you a bit more stretch on the wires. What I had to do was I had to very carefully get a screwdriver underneath and just prise it up slowly. So everything seems to be okay. I don't think I've damaged anything because I don't know whether I'm going to have to use some of these components of these caps here. I'll have to see. But this is the motor that is causing the issue. So I have it out. So now I'm going to order up a new motor. Either the X Lima or the I think it's X9852. I could be wrong on that, but I'll double check that and order one of these motors and try and get it back in place and see if there's any difference in the running, because at the moment she just ain't running well. So that's it for this video. Hope this has helped some of you, especially if you've had problems with these class 20s. That's how you get the motor out. Just a little bit of glue on either side, just scrape it away. I ended up not having to use the IPA, just used a scalpel. Undo the screws on the this little PCB board. Take off the cap on this gearbox. Remove the gear out of it. You'll be able to take the drive shaft out then, and then just very carefully with a screwdriver, just prise it up slowly. Okay, there'll be a follow-up video to this one. Until then, hope this has helped some of you guys, and let's see if a replacement motor brings some life back to this very sorry Hornby class 20. Until then, take care and look after yourselves.